Hello, we are from Group 5. We would like to present ethics and governance. This is our group member, Yu Shebun 291821, Yu Kaho 291638, Nur Fitra binti Zahar 291391, Nurul Alia Salsabila binti Muhammad Yusuf 291363, Nur Alia Nabila binti Muhammad Nur 291330. We are going to present about the company, but the three companies that we have been chosen, which is the company that we have been chosen, which is Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad, Alliance Bank, and RCE Capital Berhad. The requirements put more of a priority on the organization's social aspect, such as for the pupils and the community. The first one is Alliance Bank Malaysia Berhad, or Alliance Bank, originally known as Malaysian French Bank Berhad. Alliance Bank is a dynamic, integrated financial services group that deliver banking and financial solutions through its consumer banking, SME banking, and financial solutions group. It's divided by two principal subsidiaries, which is they have Alliance Investments Bank Berhad and Alliance Islamic Bank Berhad. Second one, that's surely known in Malaysia, which is insurance company that's located in Malaysia. Is called Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad. The company's primary business activity is operating general takaful and family business. A variety of choices are provided by its family of takaful product, such as terms insurance, critical illness insurance, medical coverage, and there's such more that we'll cover. The last one, which is RCE, is an Amcorp Group Berhad subsidiary, which is also known as RCE Capital Berhad on September 20, 1994. It was listed on the second board of Bursa Securities. On August 23, 2006, it was transferred to the main board. This is currently known as the main market since 2003, when it acquired RCE Marketing, RCEM, and sold the broadcasting divisions. Its subsidiaries have been engaged in the financial services industry. The company, which offers credit factoring solutions to the manufacturing, constructions, informations, and communication technology and services sectors.
For corporate cultures, I will talk about the mission, vision, and corporate value. What is mission about? A mission statement is used by an organization to define the main purpose for assistance of an organization. Firstly, Alliance Bank mission is about to building Alliance banks to improve life. It implies Alliance Bank committed to support business owners that are mostly family-owned businesses in Malaysia. Secondly, for Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad, their mission is aimed to assist customer expectations through operation excellence, technology drive capability, product innovation, and performance-oriented culture. For RCE Capital Berhad, it is focusing on operating core business activity in compliance to provision of Sharia financial services. Next, we look at the vision. Vision is where we can see the organization long-term future goal, and it used by organizations to improve employee motivations to work toward a main goal of the organization. We look at the Alliances Bank vision, which is to become the preferred banking partner. Alliance Bank is committed to serve people and helping them to achieve their aspiration and become the first choice for them. For Takaful Malaysia Keluarga, their vision statement is about the to become the preferred choice for insurance. Here we know that the goal of Takaful Malaysia Keluarga is to become the most preferred insurance company for the people. Lastly, for RCE Capital Berhad, vision is to create a value for their shareholder and enhance the long-term sustainability of the group. Next, we look at corporate value of each company. For Alliance Bank, it upholds 5 vital values, which are respect and humility, openness, transparency, integrity, as well as fairness and consistency. Alliance Bank employees are required to use this value as a guideline in their daily operation. For Takaful Malaysia Keluarga, this company is focusing on several values, which is integrity, inspiring, humanitarian, professionalism, and teamwork. The most weighted values are integrity, where Takaful Malaysia Keluarga committed in building personal integrity and trust. For RCE, there are emphasis on ethical behavior and quality of product and services. Therefore, RCE is committed to facilitating the value of integrity and have zero tolerance toward any form of bribery and corruption. Moreover, RCE corporate governance is based on the principle of transparency, openness, as well as accountability. Lastly, we look at the ethical safeguards and virtuous value. So what is ethical safeguard about? Ethical safeguard is a guideline used by corporations to eliminate the ethical threat and must be complied by their employee. For Alliance's ethical safeguard, which is code of conduct, conflict of interest, and whistleblowing policy. For code of conduct, Alliance Bank employee must follow the code of conduct to carrying out the banking operation in a professional ways. The code of conduct state out what should do and what should not do. As a result, we say it reduces the risk of ethical threat. For conflicts of interest policy, this is applied for director, which require director to disclose any potentials of conflict of interest to board of conflicts. Directors need to absent themselves from any decisions of the company that related to conflict of interest. This to prevent directors involved in unethical behavior. For whistleblowing policy, is allowed its employee and have a channel to report any misconduct by the organization. For Syarikat Takaful Keluarga, this company ethical safeguard is about anti-corruption framework, which is used by employee and director to as a guideline to handle methods related to bribery and other corruption activity. Secondly, this company also foster value of integrity in company by establish fraud management policy as a guideline in managing fraudulent activity. Besides, they also promote anti-money laundering and counter financing of terrorism policy to avoid money laundering activity by the customer. Lastly, the organization also prepare a channel for employees to report unethical conduct, which is whistleblowing, same as the Alliance Bank. For RCE Capital Berhad, is taking serious on method related to anti-corruption and code of conduct. Every year, RCE employees are required to attend training covering anti-corruption, anti-money laundering, and anti-terrorism finance. The company code of conduct explicitly state behavior and policy when it comes to accepting gift and charitable contributions is prohibited. Furthermore, RCE prepare an employee handbook to provide guidelines for their employee in making decisions. Employee can access their handbook through the company intranet. Lastly, RCE also provide a channel for its employee and public members to report any misconduct or any wrongdoing, which is known as whistleblowing policy.
Good day, doctor. My name is Yotibun, metric number 291X21. Now I would like to talk about whistleblowing policy for Alliances Bank, Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad, and RCE Capital Berhad. Whistleblowing policy is a tool to protect the individual who report illegal, unethical, dishonest, or otherwise improper activity. For Alliances Bank, the policy ensures that employees who utilize the whistleblower platform are protected against work-related retaliation and are guaranteed anonymity if applicable. In addition to internal reporting channels, employees can also report their concerns to external regulators and law enforcement agencies such as Bank Negara Malaysia, and the Security Commission Malaysia. The next is Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad. The whistleblowing policy should be read together with the company's fraud management policy and anti-corruption framework, which collectively govern the reporting and investigation procedures of improper activities or misconducts. Whistleblowers can address their concerns through various reporting channels, including email to the chairman of the board or chairman of the audit committee and via an e-form or in writing to the chief internal auditor. The whistleblowing policy is established in response to relevant legislation such as the Whistleblower Protection Act 2010 and the MACC Act. The last is RCE Capital Berhad. The policy ensures confidentiality and protection for whistleblowers and is administered by the internal audit function and overseen by the audit committee. Concerns raised are investigated, and if violations are found, appropriate remedial action is taken. The policy is reviewed regularly, and the internal audit function maintains records of reports received. Dedicated reporting channels are available on the company's website. Besides that, I will discuss about anti-bribery or anti-corruption policy for Alliances Bank, Syarikat Malaysia Keluarga Berhad, and RCE Capital Berhad. For Alliances Bank, the anti-corruption policy is designed to ensure that the highest standard of business and ethical conduct are observed by the directors and employees of Alliances Bank. The bank promoting good business conduct and maintaining a healthy corporate culture that agenda integrity, transparency, and fairness reinforces their dedication to preventing bribery and corruption. The anti-corruption policy of Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad provide a comprehensive set of standards for dealing with improper solicitation, bribery, and other corrupt activities that may arise in the course of business. It also provides guidance and an approach to manage fraud risks and handling fraud incidences. The company's commitment to ethical behavior and transparency is evident in its implementation of the ASCF frameworks, which aim to create a culture of openness, accountability, and integrity within the organization. The last is RC Capital Berhad. The anti-corruption policy applies to the company's director, employees, and associate persons, and prohibits engagement in any form of corruption, bribery, fraud, or facilitation payment. It also prohibits the giving or receiving of gifts that compromise or appear to compromise ethics, integrity, and objectivity.
Corporate social responsibility was defined as an organization effort that go above and beyond maximizing earning for its shareholder and fulfilling all legal duties to achieve a social good. And sometimes it refers to the corporate consciences and the corporate citizenship. There are four levels of corporate social responsibility, which is economic responsibility, legal responsibility, ethical responsibility, and also philanthropic responsibility. RCE Capital Berhad was in philanthropic responsibility level because in 2014, they started to give scholarship under the Azman Hashim Foundation and donation to the communities. And then in 2021, they provide the food supply to 545 family of orang asli in Betong, up to 500,000 ringgit due to the COVID-19 pandemic effect that reduced their source of food. They also donate 97,000 of medical equipment to the hospital Kuala Lumpur. This evidence show that RCE Capital Berhad have used their own profit to serve their country and improve the society as fulfill the philanthropic corporate responsibility level. And then for the Alliance Bank was an economic responsibility and legal responsibility level because they provide financial assistance and non-financial solution to the small medium enterprise. And then also have societies that help the disadvantaged individual to expand their business and learn a new skill. And then the partner for this collaboration is Global Sadaqah. And then the bank also have partnership with the Yayasan Kebajikan Negara for the Solidarity with Our Community program. The bank will add 20 ringgit to every 10 ringgit donation that have received to help the family or individual that was impacted by the pandemic. And then they also equip their employee with the right skill and also a healthy work-life balance. And then for the Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad, this corporation was an philanthropic responsibility. This because this corporation has multiple of CSR programs since 2019, and one of their program is provide the ICU equipment for the Hospital Tengku Ampuan Rahimah in 2021. In 2022, they provide the new house for Asnaf, and the latest activity is providing banking facility for Raudatul Sakinah, the youth shelter, and then student food aid program, and then donate household appliances to 64 of the Asnaf student and family. By following the Malaysian Code of Corporate Governance Standard in terms of composition and independence, it states that they must have majority of independent director in the company's board of directors. Next, the diversity means that the board of director must have minimum of 30% of women director. For the CEO duality, MCCG state the separation of the CEO and the chairman role. For the main listing requirement in terms of composition and independence, this rule states a certain number of independent directors, which two directors or 1/3 of the board of directors is a listed issue. For the diversity, at least one director of the listed issue to be a woman. And for the CEO duality, it avoids separation but permit a combined function with appropriate explanation. Malaysian Code of Corporate Governance for the RCE Capital Berhad. In terms of composition and independence, this corporation have 4 independent directors out of 9 board of directors, so RCE Capital must increase their independent director at least half of the board. In diversity, it falls short with only 2 female directors out of 9, resulting in 22% representation of women on the board. For the CEO duty, the separation operation of CEO and the chairman role for this company. And then for the Elias Bank Berhad, in terms of composition and independence, Alice Bank demonstrate most independent executive in its board structure. It lacked female director on its board to comply with the Malaysian Code of Corporate Governance because there was no female director. For the CEO director, it's unclear from the available information whether Alice Bank has separated the role of chairman and CEO in its corporate structure. For the Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad, in terms of composition and independence, the board of independent executive in this Takaful Malaysia are based on the board director structure. This corporation have 4 female directors on its board and the percentage was 33%. And then this company comply with the Corporate Governance Code of Malaysia. And then for the CEO authority, the role of chairman and CEO are totally separated. And then for the main listing requirement for RCE Capital Berhad in terms of composition and independence, RCE Capital Berhad should consider increasing the number of independent directors to meet the specific criteria. RCE Capital Berhad comply with the main listing requirement for the board diversity, which mandate at least one director of the listed issue to be a woman. For the CEO directive, the separation of the CEO and chairman role are involved in this company. For the Alliance Bank Berhad, in terms of cooperation and independence, all directors are considered listed issue. And then Alliance Bank structure of the board of directors do not fill these two-term requirement because there are no diversity in the gender. For the CEO directive, it's a law of combined role with the proper justification. And then for the Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad, composition and independence, all the directors are the listed issue in this instance. And Takaful Malaysia board director structure comply with the main listing requirement. For the CEO duality, it advises separation but permit a combined function with appropriate explanation. But in this corporation, the role of chairman and CEO are clearly separated. There are 5 stakeholders that can influence the corporation towards sustainability, including society, government regulation, consumers, employees, and investors. In 2022, corporate sustainability experienced a sea change that affected every industry in the world. Navigating this changing environment required alliance plan to acknowledge the many and strong currents and pursue its causes. Insurance that are built by a complex web of stakeholders with a stake in a more environmentally for society role in increasing the cooperation towards sustainability, public awareness of environmental and social issues in Malaysia recently hiked in 2022. Through by social media campaigns and NGO advocacy, this vast wave of public pressure put a spotlight on Alliance Bank lending practices and environmental footprint. Alliance Bank took steps to align with the principles of the Climate Change Act, actively participating in industry-wide initiatives to promote responsible banking. ICE Capital Berhad made strides towards aligning its operations with broader sustainability goals, emphasizing its commitment to Sharia compliance, financing principles, and investing in renewable energy projects. Other than that, Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad took steps to align its operation with broader ethical and sustainable goals, emphasizing responsible investment in renewable energy projects and community development initiatives. However, concern about transparency and the true social impact of their investment leadership remain a point of contention during the continuing engagement with their public sphere. The range of consumer demand carried them to more profitable pasture in 2022. This included investment in clean energy projects, a rise in the use of eco-friendly credit cards, and campaign for responsible consumerism. Alliance Bank launched premium products, although they are still issued with maintaining openness and protecting customer confidence over the real environmental impact of their financial products. RCE Capital Berhad launched green finance solutions that adhere to Sharia and supported programs that encourage responsible consumer borrowing. Syarikat Zakaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad improved its claim settlement procedures, introduced green Zakaful plans that comply with Sharia, and encourage ethical consumer behavior, establishing trust in the company's commitment to ethical finance and ensuring consumers are aware of the items Jinai ethical condition remain issues. The National Bank Bernegara Malaysia partnered Regulation on Climate Risk Management for financial firms in 2022. Alliance Bank faced increased reporting obligations and possible regulatory measures. They created financial solutions that are climate resilient and incorporate climate risk assessment into their lending choices in order to manage these regulatory scrutiny. For RCE Capital Berhad, in the meantime, the corporation outlined its ESG strategies and ambition in its sustainability regulatory investing increased opportunities. Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad aligned its activity with Syariah principles, outlined its ESG goals, and welcomed increased openness in its sustainability reporting. However, because risks are dynamic in nature, staying ahead of the curve requires an adaptive approach and ongoing adaptation. Employees is the agent of change inside the corporation. Alliance Bank Internal Supporters of Sustainability became the main faction of 2022. This committed focus improves the internal culture and procedure of the bank by advocating for operational and policy reforms. In addition, RCT Capital Berhad advocated for operational enhancement and policy modification, which had an impact on the internal processes and culture of the business. RCT Capital Berhad created specialized sustainability teams and include ESG metrics in performance reviews as a response. The same is true for Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad. We set up teams and specifically focus on sustainability and include moral issues in performance reviews. As its estate integration within investor portfolio gained traction in 2022, Food Alliance Bank and RCE Capital Berhad found itself facing both opportunity and risks. To attract responsible investors, they engage with ESG rating agency and improve their disclosure on environmental, social, and governance practice. Same goes to Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad, but this still highlighting their commitment to Syariah compliant ethical investment. However, the trend of divestment by ESG-focused investors serves as a stark reminder of the financial consequences of lagging behind on ESG performance. Proactive engagement with investors and continuous improvement in ESG practices will be essential to secure sustainable financing and unlock future opportunities.
The conclusions, which is Alliance Bank, Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Berhad, and RCB Capital Berhad, strive to establish a good corporate governance which take into the considerations of environmental, social, and government, which is as known as ESG, as well as applications of strategies to prevent fraudulent activities. Uh, Besides that, this company also contributes to the sustainability of the world by altering their strategies of operations to suit the motivate of sustainability. And besides that, businesses that follow sustainability guidelines are frequently getting their hands dirty in dealing with issues, including climate change, natural resources adaptations, gender equity, and racial injustice. Sustainable initiatives improve an organization's overall performance as well as encouraging social and environmental change. While it may seem odd to invest more in sustainable business practice to boost profitability, a study indicates that the most profitable firms also follow the most sustainable practices, which is environment, society, and government metrics are widely employed to evaluate the moral and sustainable business practices of an organizations. Firm possessing solid ESG rating consistently beat the market in both the intermediate and the long operate. While they could require extra effort when it starts, the initiatives related to sustainability might pay off later. That's all from our group. Thank you.